Fandom Arcade. Ready? Start.
This time on Fandom Arcade.
This time on Fandom Arcade, loading screen!
Loading screen.
We should really wait to start episodes until that's over. Because there's no good reason why we don't.
I am Gerard Depardieu, and I am here to play some Mario Kart.
Oh, so Dan, in our last play session, I was telling you, there are some courses that don't loop back on themselves.
Yeah, you were telling me about
I believe this is one of them.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, this is dope.
Yeah, so it's a whole downhill adventure. It's like we're on a ski trip.
Ah, shit, it blew up.
It's okay. I was also looking at your side of the screen for a second, so I got confused. But yeah, this is I like it when they do that. Like it's a new experience for me.
Oh, and it's kind of cool, dude. Oh
Yeah.
my god, rich environment.
Dude, super awesome. Except for the red shells. Your death won't come swift enough. Icy.
Something we had forgotten to talk about from when I brought it up way back when in previous episodes.
What's that?
Mission Impossible 5.
Oh, yeah. So I've only seen one, which I loved, and then two, which was a tire fire,
Yeah.
and that's it. So please.
3, which was directed by Abrams, the franchise saver.
Uh-huh.
And then 4 and 5 directed by Chris McQuarrie, who has also kind of proven himself to be a little bit of a franchise saver.
Awesome. So premise-wise, what was number 3? Give me the elevator pitch. That's a wall.
Number 3,
Yep, 3.
classic Abrams. So
In space.
no,
And also polar bears.
classic Abrams.
More wall. Okay.
Philip Seymour Hoffman plays the most successful illegal arms dealer,
Okay.
and he's after something called the Rabbit's Foot,
Uh-huh.
which is the introduction.
Sounds like a MacGuffin.
It's the introduction to Simon Pegg's character too,
Okay. Oh, awesome.
because he says that the first thing Simon Pegg does is he said that he had a professor that always says that the technology is going to, or that the world is going to undo itself with technology, and that is what he calls the anti-god.
Okay.
And he says, he was like, every time I see something that a lot of people are after for a lot of money, I assume it's the anti-god. And true to Abrams, we never find out what the Rabbit's Foot is.
No. Oh, that's a bummer.
No, honestly, it works for the story perfectly.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's good to hear.
Yeah.
You're getting me all confused with emotions, Dan.
And then
I don't know how to feel about things.
And then we go straight into the fourth one, Ghost Protocol, which introduces the idea that Ethan Hunt has been in deep cover for a good long while in a Russian prison, and by the time he gets out, the complete intelligence agency is disbanded.
Yeah? Huh.
Yeah, there's.
Welcome to the winner's circle.
Oh, thank you. But I have to admit that Mission Impossible from the third movie
Yeah.
has been winning its place back, rightfully so.
And these missions that they actually embark on are difficult to achieve?
Absurdly.
Okay, good. Because that's always been, like, in my opinion, like,
In fact,
that's what Mission Impossible is supposed to be. It's supposed to be an impossible mission. The second one,
Well-
its biggest failing was that it was not. It was
and what they do
trite.
what they do to set themselves apart from the Bond movies is that Ethan Hunt requires a team. He's only the point man. He's the guy on the ground.
Yeah.
Everyone else needs to do their job as well.
Yeah.
And what's great is that the fifth movie, which I watched last night, opens up immediately with the fact that they're under investigation for misconduct.
Interesting.
So Jeremy Renner, Simon Pegg has joined the team, and Ving Rhames has been there since movie 1.
Yes.
But yeah, huge fan. Basically, Mission Impossible 1, 3, 4, and 5, wonderful films.
Sweet. Very exciting.
And by wonderful, I mean they're enjoyably a damn good time.
Do you want to mix it up character-wise?
No, I don't.
Sweet.
I like playing as doppelgangers.
I like consistency.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, by the way, can you do your voice?
Oh! Dan! Planes!
Let us consume planes!
Let us consume planes for fuel!
Wait, hold on a sec. I need to take a picture of this.
Okay. We're zooming back around. Here we go.
Wait for it.
Oh, planes. We're consuming planes. So, if you haven't checked out our Facebook page for Fandom Workshop, I have pretty consistently done, I think, what are funny, bizarre, interesting Miitomo comics. And that's where I created the doppelganger characters of Ian and Darnell instead of Evan and Daniel. Yeah, they don't obey the laws of physics, and one day I was in a mood and decided that they consumed planes for nourishment.
Honestly, so
yeah, there's that.
Ooh,
I'm excited. So this one, I don't believe, this one does not have a straight through loop course. But it has Music Park, which I really love, and I'm excited. You're going to see that one.
Oh, hey! Also, by the way, on our Twitch feed, Sun Wukong, have you seen Mission Impossible 5? Riddle me that.
Yeah, riddle us that, and we will read your answer later in this episode. Because of Twitch lag.
You know what my favorite, doppelganger comic of yours is?
What's that? Boop.
It's just the one where we see Eon's face a little bit more, and then Darnell comes out of the ear and just says, hello.
Yep. Yeah, those are the comics I make when I'm like, you know what? Comedy doesn't have to obey any laws or recourse.
Well, okay, so actually that kind of adheres to the things that I think about when I think about just our doppelgangers in general. Is that they've always, to me, seemed like the types that cause mass hysteria, but never really on purpose. They just sort of make mayhem.
No, I mean, they were inspired. They were inspired pretty, I would say, sufficiently by the basement dwellers of
Batman and Spider-Man.
Of Batman and Spider-Man, which, if you have not checked it out, check out Batman and Spider-Man on Mondo Media. It is one of the greatest animated series I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm a huge fan.
Which I actually I learned from my dear friend and brother Max. He was the one who introduced me to it, and I was like, how have I not seen this before?
It's incredible. But I like the idea of just kind of the like nonsensical, almost but not quite duplicates.
Almost as if like making a copy of a copy.
Exactly. Well, like a copy of a copy of a copy, where it's like, this photocopy does not resemble the original image quite as well as it should. So yeah, that was the inspiration, and so many of the comics I create for the Fandom Buddies comic are I don't know, they're inspired on like these weird whim moods that I get into, and I really like it. It's a way to capitalize on like those sudden bursts of creativity, not necessarily driven in a specific direction, but just like, I'm inspired. I don't know by what, but let's go with that.
Which also, I mean, come on, that's the same reason we started Nihilist Joy, which also, by the way, if you are
we haven't talked about that on Fandom Arcade yet.
Never. If you are not subscribed to us on Nihilist Joy, please do. We started a Twitter account called Nihilist Joy, which is essentially based on the core of our, not only humor, but actually our daily affirmations, which is the idea of that it's like, while Evan and I are both deeply nihilistic, at the same time,
at times,
we're very positive.
Yeah, and, you know, one of what I consider like the greatest philosophies of comedy has been that comedy is born out of hardship. I mean, a sense of humor is in many ways a defense mechanism.
Oh yeah.
Of all the comedians that we've worked with, and being comedians ourselves, so much of comedy is born out of, and this is always the case. There are certainly well-adjusted comics out there, but
Yeah, sure.
oftentimes a sense of humor is sense of humor is born out of like just some of the worst possible things a human can ever experience. And you know, it's okay. You know, it's a defense mechanism that is born out of hardship, and you know, it's often utilized beautifully. I forget where I was going with that. I got off on a tangent.
Actually, so
Sorry. I think we were talking about the Nihilist Joy, and it's very much the same way. Is so many of the Nihilist Joy tweets that we've made have been born out of just like frustration and just wanting to make something positive about it, and that's when we do that.
So, actually, I had recently written what I consider to be one of the most in the spirit of Nihilist Joy tweets, and I got to read it to you after this race.
Oh, by all means. Boop. Boop. So I did this race only once before, and I realized that there's a whole bunch of like holes in the ice,
Yeah.
and if you drop down there, there's just more level. And, you know, I was talking about this earlier. So much of Mario Kart 8 is kind of based off of the idea of, like, there's just alternate paths. They're not necessarily better or worse. They're just different. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of take the course at your own pace. No, not your own pace. Like, go fast or you will lose. But you can kind of, like, choose your own adventure.
Gotcha.
Which I like.
I like hearing my doppelganger say, "Go, go!"
Go, go! Boop, boop.
Which is funny, just because between you and I, when I hear our doppelgangers, I'm like, oh yes, the evil spawn.
Mm-hmm. They are cards. They're a couple of crazy cats. God damn it, Blooper. Was that you?
No.
I don't understand actually how Blooper works. Does it pick just one random person, or does it affect everybody except for some people? I don't know. Like, I don't know what the rhyme or reason is to who is affected by the Blooper item.
You are far ahead of me. Can you look over and see on our Twitch chat what it is that someone said? I just watched it click up.
Oh, absolutely. It is Sun Wukong on our Twitter feed. Said all 5.
All 5 what?
It was a question that you had asked.
What was the question?
I don't know. We're busy playing video games.
Yeah, that one's hard.
Yeah. All 5 something. We'll have to get to the bottom of this mystery. Potentially next time on Fandom Arcade.